Welcome to Eye on Redcliffe, the show that's all about Redcliffe.
I'm Gerard, this is Ash.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and you can email us at eyeonredcliffe@gmail.com. Would you like to come on the show, or have you got an opinion? We'd love to hear from you. eyeonredcliffe@gmail.com.
This week we're heading to Margate to meet Hazel, who founded Road Safety for Bank Street.
And then we're going to take another look at the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens, one of Redcliffe's forgotten treasures. Or is it an eyesore? Well, we'll have a look together and we'll see what we think.
Well, we're here in Margate today to speak to Hazel, who is the founder of Road Safety for Bank Street. Hello Hazel, how are you?
Great, thank you. It's a lovely sunny morning in our beautiful Bank Street.
So what was the reason behind starting Road Safety for Bank Street?
Well, we have a problem here in that the street design is not right for a residential street, as I think this person coming along now is going to demonstrate. It's very wide. There you go. The street is very wide. It's absolutely straight, and there's a slope at the beginning which absolutely invites speeders and hooners into the street. So I wasn't here very long before I noticed how many people were using it in that way, and I decided that it's a beautiful street, it's got great potential, and it needed something doing about it.
And doing something about it is exactly what you did. So
Yes.
you started engaging the neighborhood. Could you walk us through a little bit about what you did there?
The process, yeah. So I actually installed a dash cam to get some evidence and footage of the problem. And then the guy who installed it said, how about starting a petition? So I thought, well, I need some support. So I put a leaflet around through the letterboxes. I got a couple of responses, which was really encouraging. And so with those other people, we started a big process. Firstly, I put this leaflet together, which explains everything that's involved with the process, contacted the council about getting traffic calming, set up a petition which has been signed positively by about 90% of the residents, and we've also set up a Facebook page called, and the campaign is called Road Safety for Bank Street.
Yeah. Excellent. So that petition went in how long ago, and what's included
It
in it?
hasn't gone in yet. We've just got a few more people to sign, and then we will be sending it in. But the great news is that in the meantime, the council have installed, as you can see behind us, the traffic monitoring device, which means they're actually doing something about this, which is great.
And what is the petition asking the council to do? Is it asking to intervene, to do a survey, or what is it exactly that you want from that petition?
We want them to install traffic calming in the street. So I think their first step is to monitor the traffic that's here and the speed. Well, actually, that's what it's about. It's about monitoring the speed of the cars in the street. And from then they will design a calming system that will fix the problem. Yeah.
Sure. Excellent. Well, I hope that's successful. And the
I'm
outcome.
confident. Yes, go on.
And the outcome you want is some physical traffic calming measures.
Absolutely.
Are there any examples that you've seen anywhere that you really like?
Yes, one of the members of the group is very involved in town planning and street calming, and he's given me some great insight into, I mean, not just in Australia but overseas, where basically these streets have become, instead of rat runs like this, they've become places where a community can thrive and grow grow, where it's a much more pleasant place to live.
And also with this petition, and if you bring the community closer together, slower speeds, presumably children will play together more on the street and similar.
That is absolutely right. And there's also a number of elderly people in, there are a lot of elderly people in this area who can't necessarily hear terribly well. They're very vulnerable to somebody who goes along this street at 80 kilometers an hour. And I've seen that. There's a regular offender of that. It's 50 along here, and this person has been doing it for years and getting away with it because nobody monitors. The police don't come down here. So the only solution to this problem is traffic calming.
Well, I wish you every success with the petition, and
Thank you.
I hope to see some roadworks down here soon, getting the job done.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gerard.
Situated on 4.4 hectares in the back blocks of Redcliffe is one of the peninsula's often forgotten and much overlooked gems, the Redcliffe Botanical Gardens. We decided to spend the morning in the gardens in an attempt to reacquaint ourselves with this unique place. Originally used for cattle grazing, the site came under the ownership of the Queensland Department of Education and was gazetted in the 1960s as a school reserve. At a later point, the Redcliffe Australian Plants Club began planting trees on the site with a focus on local varieties. The gardens were eventually handed over to council control and are managed with the help of the local Friends of Redcliffe Botanical Gardens volunteer group. The gardens feature meandering paths, a little creek, curious oddities, and wide open spaces. Once clearing the dense bush, a broad expanse of lush lawn and a cathedral of greenery and light greets the visitor, affording a pleasant environment for picnics and quality time with family and friends. We really felt absorbed by the expanse and variety of spaces within the gardens. Whilst here it's easy to lose yourself and feel transported to another world, despite the site's small footprint. What I wish the gardens had more of was colour, in particular seasonal colour, and a stronger leaning into of its subtropical potential, with more lush ferns and undergrowth. The fact that the gardens are caged within a fortified steel fence is an unfortunate but understandably necessary feature of our time. I also wish that the not insignificant dog-owning demographic were afforded access to the gardens. This would open the space to more people and in turn provide a greater feeling of personal safety whilst rambling along those quaint trails. The Redcliffe Botanical Gardens are an underrated treasure. If you simply want a quiet space to get away from it all, without leaving the peninsula, then they are the perfect antidote to the incessant electro-technical drone of our modern day lives. Yeah, so the Botanical Gardens, it's a place I very rarely go to. In fact, the last time I went there was when I was geocaching, and one of the geocaches was stuck in the fence on the northern boundary. But I did walk through there once, and there were a lot of bats, a lot of bat poop, which I spent quite some time scrubbing out of the treads of the soles on my shoes. What do you think of the place?
Well, I like your comment about it, just locked in with a big security fence, like a prison. A prison for trees, probably.
That's right.
Or wildlife.
And this is what we saw at the Elizabeth Avenue overpass. It's the prisonification of our community. It's the state penitentiary style guide rearing its ugly head again. So it's over to you, Redcliffe. Tell us what you think. Do you use it? Would you use it? Go check it out. Make that your job this week. Go check out the Botanical Gardens and leave a comment on Facebook. Or if you're that passionate about it, come on the show, talk about it. or send us an email. Love to read it.
That's all for this week. Thanks for tuning in.
And as always, Redcliffe, stay classy and we'll see you again real soon.